Greed, one of the 7 deadly sins, means something in the lines of the intense and selfish desire for something, and the never-ending dissatisfaction for more. More, and more. Oh, and I will not share. This always wanting more mindset could be about money and possessions, but it could also be about followers, food, or drinks, you name it. This could even go as far as being prepared to offer everything, their soul or their sanity, just to keep feeding this unlimited void. The more they have, the more satisfied they will become in life. At least that's what they think. Let's say a greedy person would be with a group, and he or she finds $10. They would rather not tell anyone and just keep it to themselves than to buy something for everyone to enjoy. And you know what? From time to time, greed is a trait that we all have to a greater or lesser extent. For example, you're more likely to become more greedy to someone you don't like, and way more generous to someone you do like. Also, someone greedy will become friends with people, but see them more as objects to get from, instead of, well, just people who you like spending time with. It's more about how much can I get what I want from this person? And so they would be more likely to ask you for help to remove stuff from their home than to invite you over to their house to watch the UFC. Or you know when you're chilling with a friend at a place to eat, and let's say your friend ends up paying for your bill, you internally feel like the next time you'll pay for him, right? Or at least do something back to kind of balance it out. Well, someone that's more greedy doesn't care about any of that. To him or her, it could feel like the balance is always equal or just irrelevant. I want you to pay for my stuff, and I will not do things in return because I don't really care about returning the favor. But someone greedy is often easy to see through because it is a rather repulsive trait, just like someone who smells bad. However, some people have learned to actually hide their true nature, their never-ending wanting, because they have learned that when they casually show their true nature, people are thrown off by it and distancing themselves. But what could cause someone to become so greedy? Well, in my experience, I've seen people who have more of a greedy personality tell me that they grew up in more of a richer environment, and in particularly, growing up always receiving whatever they wanted, or they got used to luxury and started seeing it as more of a need than a want. A need for a bag is a Louis Vuitton bag instead of a normal one. But often, greed is more of a side effect of a bigger thing, some sort of trauma response or trying to fill this empty feeling that they got, some sort of unfulfilled need. But that said, greed is not about being rich per se or having an expensive car. You can be a generous rich man who gives money to the poor in a Ferrari. So no, it's more about thinking about yourself and being more narcissistic, being more self-centered, and only focused on you and your self-interest. You tend to not really care about others and you want to use them rather than give to them. And with all that said, the question that remains is greed really a bad thing? Well, it is considered by most religions to be a bad thing. But is it really bad? Can we really see it as a black and white thing? Well, not really in my opinion. Why? Because I simply don't like the black and white perspective. Wanting more money than you need is in many places seen as greedy, but wanting more wisdom than you need is seen as wise? Okay, interesting. And greed can also be a motivator. You basically say, I want to win and keep on winning. And in order to do that, I have just gotta work harder. That's also greedy, but is that wrong? I mean, you can decide for yourself. Although, if I were to ask you, would you rather be a millionaire or even a billionaire who always keeps wanting more, or a poor person who feels like they have more than enough? And don't give me the what if scenarios, just choose. And honestly, there are no wrong answers. But oh my goodness, bro. If I showed you this quote that I heard recently, I mean, just listen to this. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you have now was once amongst the things that you only hoped for. Bro, that's so clean. That's about it. And thank you for watching. Take care.